Welcome to the Mom and Sons Yakaru podcast. This is episode 4.
4.
And we just wanted to make a quick episode. Today is my birthday, and we just kind of wanted to talk about birthdays in general and what we do, some of the traditions that we have and what we like to do and just stuff like that.
One thing I thought would be good to talk about is things that kids like that they don't tell us that they like, or they act like it's unimportant to us, but it really means a lot to them.
Right.
So I guess we'll start with Billy. What are some of the things that I've done over the years that you've really enjoyed and mean a lot to you?
I think it's still hilarious that we have the birthday boy pin. That is still pretty funny. That's
gonna keep it.
The little pin.
You wouldn't let your brother wear it?
Nope. It's my pin.
Yeah.
I still remember that shirt you made for me before we went to Chuck E. Cheese for that one year for my birthday, and it had birthday boy on it, and then I used it as a pajama shirt for
a
long time. Yeah. And waking up and walking downstairs, you have those pins that are up that say happy birthday. That's always the sweetest thing. I feel like a lot of presents that I get, like my grandma got me those warm shirts and warm pants, and even something as insignificant to a gift card somewhere. It still has sentimental meaning that I think people don't realize when they're buying that stuff. They think, oh, I hope it's enough, and of course I think it's enough. It's just...
Well, I think that you and I are both, when they talk about the 5 love languages, we're definitely gifts.
Yeah.
But I don't think they have to be expensive gifts. For me, I think it's just, the thought that you put into it. Sometimes for Christmas, Billy will get me things that he takes the time to think, that blue's my favorite color, or whatever that is. Yeah. And it means so much to me because he put time and thought and all of that into it, and I love that. So, yeah, gifts are a big part. But what are some things that if I didn't do, you would be sad? Maybe that I'll be surprised to know.
Well, let me think. Just waking me up in the morning and saying happy birthday, I feel like that's also sort of another tradition thing where it's, you wake me up, you say happy birthday, Billy, and it's a good start to a good morning.
Yep.
It leads to a good day, and letting me open some of the cards early. That's always, I always feel better opening those cards. I'm waiting, and you say, oh, you can open a few of them early. And same thing with Christmas. That both of those times, I think it's really nice, and I think saying happy birthday, of course, my little brother, he kept saying my birthday, because he thinks it's, our birthday. And
we have to not move the table
his
now
birthday.
Because we moved the camera.
Yeah.
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 Sorry.
So, yeah.
So I think that for me, it always meant the most when I woke up to something, coming downstairs, or, well, I didn't have stairs, but and seeing cards laid out, and it's just that first thing that when you open your eyes, you're like, somebody thought of me.
Yeah.
And I just, that sets the tone for the whole day.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I've tried to carry on with my kids, is having, that initial, and then try to keep it going all day long. And
yeah. Well, and it never really, like you said, it never really hits me that I'm a year older now until I wake up and you say happy birthday, and then I know it's official. I'm officially a year older than I was beforehand, and walking down the stairs, seeing the happy birthday, all that, it brings back memories of coming of age and turning older, and it's just, that's what makes it nicer. And now, I've got friends to hang out with that they all say happy birthday and stuff like that, and that's kind of something we say to each other. I've got a good friend group, and we all make sure to say happy birthday with each other. We're all Libras, so of course our birthdays are pretty close to each other, and we make sure to just go around in a circle and say happy birthday to each other, and that's always nice.
I think that the older you get, the obviously presents are more expensive, and so for Billy, he's a swimmer, and his present this year was an expensive tech suit, and so he got that a little early. So I think as you get older, it's even though it's not really as much about the presents as when you're little and there's toys and all that
Yes.
stuff. It's just knowing that you're remembered, that it's the thought and people thinking of you, and it means a lot. Those
Yeah.
little things mean a lot. And
Yeah, like I said, even just saying happy birthday always makes me a little bit happier that someone remembered. And you know, like you said, the gifts change over time. I, for like the last few years, have been actually wanting clothes. Tommy Hilfiger, American Eagle, all those
it's really different because he
clothing
never wanted
brands.
clothes, and I
No.
was always one that I never bought him clothes for a birthday just because I felt like when you're a kid, you don't want clothes
Yeah,
for a
you
birthday.
want toys and
So, unless it was something he really wanted, which was never clothes. So
yeah.
now and I like this, you're getting older and he has a style of his own,
Yeah.
and it's what you want, and I enjoy getting you clothes that you want, and he's got his little floral
shirts.
style, and
Yeah.
but it's fun. It's fun to get you that and know that you like it, and
Yeah.
it's not just something that I've picked out.
Yeah, like getting into Tommy Bahama and stuff like that. I never thought I would like those sort of clothes. You always bought me Old Navy and Gap and stuff like that, and that was what I wore. You pick out my wardrobe for me, and it looked good. You good job on that. And but now I think it's clothes and video games. Video games I've noticed have been getting more and more expensive, but I am still glad that you get those for me and stuff like that. And just
Yeah.
yeah.
So as you get older, okay, let's say, because craziness, 3 more years and you'll be in college.
Yeah.
And when you go away, now it's, we'll have to revisit this episode to see when that happens.
Yeah.
But what are some things that you will think that you will miss or that you'll look forward to? Or it's hard to imagine because.
Well, I see a lot online, like memes and stuff like that, where if I do go out of state and I live in a dorm, I'll probably be eating ramen noodles for most of the time and stuff like that. So I think I would miss for sure your cooking and stuff like that. It's
Nobody
just
misses my cooking. My baking.
The baking
Yeah.
and the ham you made on Easter.
Oh, that was good.
That was I still remember that. It's still in the back of my head. I still think about that every day. And
I'll bring you a ham.
yeah, make me a whole ham.
Yeah.
And I think I'd miss, there's always friends.
Yeah.
Moving around, I still miss all my friends from Arizona or some of my friends from Blue Springs. It's just, the stuff that you already miss from moving around because you're moving to a new place. And but I mean,
sometimes it's just the traditions, even with holidays and for me getting married and adjusting to even if you don't love the way your family did Christmas, that's all you know, so really
Yeah.
you love it because that's all you know.
yeah, it's true.
And as you move into new ones, it's kind of hard to adjust because you miss how your for one opening presents individually. I hate opening presents individually. I absolutely hate it. I don't want to open presents individually. In my family, everybody got your gifts and open your presents.
Yeah.
And usually my mom would, stop and watch us. And I would probably do the same for Billy, but it's just, I find that very uncomfortable to just have people watching me.
Yeah.
I want to have like all eyes
Yeah.
on you.
Well, yeah, of course.
So,
I think about that too. There's years where I was super excited to get a pair of socks, but I didn't show that outward emotion.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
we're not good at showing super
excitement.
excitement.
Yeah.
Billy and I
Happiness.
both, I think a lot of times we're just taking it in and we're not like, Billy's brother gets excited
Oh yeah.
and over everything, and that's just not us.
Screams
Like
of
we,
joy.
if we go somewhere fun, we might not be smiling the whole time. We're having fun
Yeah.
and we're just kind of taking it in. So I feel like for us, opening presents individually is
Yeah.
like then I get anxiety. What are they thinking? Are they
Yeah.
thinking, oh my God, she didn't have enough reaction? And then
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I love this. But then I'm like
Yeah. Yeah,
overreacting.
overreacting.
So
Yeah.
it's too much anxiety. I can't handle that.
Well, and I always think like that kind of goes together with RBF, where you don't look like
What's
your
RBF?
resting bee face.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And like
I
you
have
don't you look mad or annoyed, but I know you, like if you're sitting out there on your phone and you have a angry face on, I know you're just scrolling through Facebook and maybe you find something funny, but it's not showing that outward
Yeah.
emotion, and it's just it's the same thing with Christmas gifts, like the
Like you're excited, but what do how excited do you want me to get about
right, and I'll say thank you. It's like it's not like I take it in and I leave. I of
Yeah.
course say thank you. I'll use this, all that stuff like that. It's just the outward emotion part that it's
Yeah.
whatever. And
That took a long time, not to, stop you, but getting you to thank people for gifts.
yeah,
What is it, like 2 years ago? Billy and I got in a big argument because he wasn't thanking people for gifts. And I was like, people took the time to give it to you. You
Yeah.
have to thank them, which is just part of growing up and learning things. And sometimes you get sidetracked with your life.
yeah. I mean, it's also hard because most of our family is or was spread out.
Mhm.
We're getting closer to dad's side of the family, but we still got family in Arizona and people in New Jersey, all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say thank you over the phone compared to in person. You
Yeah.
know, like I could say thank you and be very excited at the party I went to last weekend. When I was getting gifts and everybody was around.
Yeah, it's that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get that gift and you think, well, that was warm, and then you continue on your life and you forget that goes with the opening stuff early.
Yeah.
Because then I have to remember, to say thank you later on,
Yeah.
so that it seems like I opened them on my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you sold me out, so for letting you open them
Yeah.
early this time, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry for that one.
Yeah. So, well, I know for me, I love it when you put the thought into my gifts. I love it when I wake up and there's things out. I love it. I love flowers. I love, those are the things that I love about birthdays that mean a lot. Basically just being thought of.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm excited that you still like some of my traditions. Do you like it when I tell you about the day you were born on?
Well, it's
My water broke in church.
yeah. I mean, it's nice to go back. I don't remember it, of course.
Right, no.
But it's something that
You were kind of there.
yeah, well, yeah. You tell me and I visualize it. Sometimes it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
But still I visualize it and see that day that I was born, the hours you spent waiting in the hospital and finally, you guys just said, get me out of there and pulled me out, and that was that.
Yep. What other things? Anything else? You like having parties, although parties obviously change the older you get,
Yeah.
because, for 3-year-olds, we can have balloons and cake, and that's a huge party, but
Yeah.
as you get older, it's...
You want more people to come to your party
Yeah.
and less childish per se,
Yeah.
Balloons are still nice, but they're thought of in a different way when you're older
Yeah.
compared to when you're younger.
You just want to suck the helium out.
Yeah, yeah. And, now with COVID,
Yeah.
that...
Oh, that was, yeah. So we did that Life Since COVID and update. Billy wanted to have friends over, and we have a nice basement that has a pool table and foosball and Nerf guns. And I was going to just let him
Figure it all out.
as long as the parents knew.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got an email from the school that said there was a gathering of 10 kids in a park.
10.
And I told him, I was like, I can't. Like, I don't want to be that email that everyone's getting, that this woman let her kid have a birthday party.
Yeah.
and then somebody got COVID, and then it's all because of
Everybody
me.
else gets
So
COVID. Yeah.
we've just nixed that idea, but it sucks, because it would have been fun
Would have
and
been nice. And,
yeah,
breaking ice with some of the swim team. I wanted to invite people from other high schools that I knew that were on the swim team that I knew, but I wish I would have gotten to know more.
yeah.
And,
Well, we'll still have that. I mean,
right.
someday
Yeah,
life will
hopefully.
return to normal.
Hopefully there's a cure that comes out, and even hanging out with a small group of friends, there's still that thought in your mind. Even if you go out somewhere,
Yeah.
you get weird stares if you're with 2 or 3 people going as a group.
Yeah.
Even if you're wearing your masks, even if you guys each sit in different chairs, you're not next to each other.
Right.
There's still, old people give you looks. The cashier gives you looks
Yeah.
when you're all swapping orders and stuff, and it's just, I think at most it'll be 6 more months, but it could be even longer than that.
Yeah.
I've heard things like 2 or 3 more years. All through high school,
my
I'm gonna
gosh,
have to
no
wear a
way.
mask. But you never
I think
know.
by that time people will just be like,
Yeah,
kill me
yeah,
and just risk it.
yeah.
So, all right, well, that's birthdays. Oh, God bless you.
Thank you.
The excitement.
Yeah, just wanted to make a quick episode talking about birthdays and
I'm going to go bake them an apple pie now.
yeah. Love apple pie.
Yep. So that's it. Happy birthday, Billy.